Right. I trust you've not eaten too much. Basic happy. Mickey happy. Your daddy happy. There's much more to this than simply standing holding our hands out in front of ourselves. Of course, there's much more. We feel that's here centered and it's extending through these hands. This is my area. If we're extending key or so from the center here, it's very difficult for somebody to enter. This is my area. Not easy. So even if we're under attack, we show minuti or so, just even this, yes? We can give ourselves much protection. So, you first of all, just standing, Riki Kami, Jodan, Judan, Gedan, Jodan, Judan, Jodan. Don't have to do anything. If you're extended, then don't keep it up. If you let it drop, keep it there. No need to move. You're extending from your center there. No, it wouldn't be. That foot is well forward. That foot, that elbow, shoulder rather, would be forward. This hand would be forward. There's nothing happening here. Extend through the fingers. Yes, we speak of being totally relaxed. Always we're saying we should be totally relaxed. But the hands are not like wet lettuce. You know, it's not this. And I like them. The condition we want is, for example, Stephen. Yes, standing. So for example, it's, hi Stephen, I'm Kenneth Cottier. How are you? How are you? How do you do? So this is the condition that we want. The hands are alive. We're totally relaxed. Yes, here, in the shoulders, but the hands are alive. It shouldn't be, hi Stephen, how are you? How do you do? Hello. So it's not this, and it's also not hi. This. So this is the condition that we want. Okay, so stand it again. And it's Mickey Hammy. Hidari. Mickey. Yes. Not long to move. Not this. Staying exactly where we are. And extend to my head. Touch my face. Yes. Yes, that's it. Eyes down for our hips. We work on the neck, the shoulders, the hips. But I think we're inclined to neglect the hands, the fingers. It's very important to be completely relaxed also in the hands. We'll move into this a moment, but for an example, like Ikyo, Ikyo. Sankyo, not kyo. Here, if you're stiff, that becomes difficult. So standing. Don't lose contact. Losing contact. Losing contact is that little bit of it. Doesn't have to be that fast. Two, three, Ikkyo, the first principle of Aikido, or the first form, if you wish. Ikkyo, the most important, probably the most important technique in Aikido, I think, and everything can be related to Ikkyo. Even if it's qualifications, we can relate, because this is Ikkyo. Up, down, this is Ikkyo, this is Bokken, this is Bokken. So we can relate basically everything to this. So Ikkyo is the first form because Nikkyo follows up, or Sankyo. We first do Ikkyo, always, it's always Ikkyo first, and then we move into Nikkyo or Sankyo, which we just been doing. One, that's one, and that's two. That's one, that's three. That's one, so 8. That's 4. So you see how important Ikkyo is. Shomenuchi, again, as we stressed this morning, a very serious attack. You can't compare it, as I say, with grabs. Grabbing the shoulder to be punched or pushed or pulled or whatever. Shomenuchi, Yokonuchi, totally different situation. Timing is most important. Distance, about 1 tatami, roughly, between yourself and your opponent. At this distance, I can take all of my attacker into my line of vision here. So I try to maintain this distance. From here, I cannot. I can only here. Of course, we may not be able to maintain this distance. It can be tables or things in the way. We try to maintain this distance. I'm prepared. I can be moving basically at the same time as my opponent as the attack starts. Because she's approached me, she's carrying a weapon, she's got an angry look on her face. What's she going to do? Give it to me? Yes, give it to me over the head, not the hand. So I'm prepared. So as she approaches, then as she starts there, I'm on my way in. From here there. It's not. This is 5 minutes too late. So, Ikkyo. This is dojo practice, of course. You're not going to be doing that out. You're not going to be doing this out there. This is dojo practice. Te katana, hand blade. Don't spend half an hour here trying to get a submission. Doesn't matter. Don't waste time here. You know, you can practice, okay, extending, but there's much more to get on with. So, position, toes under. If I'm like this, their friend comes from behind a tree or whatever, and it takes a tremendous amount of effort to get onto your feet from this position. I've never been able to. Really, you have to leap. So that's why we're here. This, so we can stand up immediately. Ura, Tenkan. Kagyu Sensei, do you say, do you say Irimi and Tenkan, or do you say Omote and Ura? Or you say both. I do the same also. Irimi means to enter, Tenkan to move in the back circle, of course. Omote means front, Ura means rear. Okay? From here. I don't try and pull my opponent round me. I move round my opponent. And the head leads the body. So not I'm there and I'm trying to turn there. So everything together here. Yes, show me the key. Ikkyo. This. It is Ikkyo. That's the first. It's Ikkyo. Ikkyo. Here. Now. Here. In a real situation. Here. No hurry. If you want it to be awkward, here. This. See how we make this changeover. If I'm doing this, he's up. That would be more natural play, but it doesn't matter. No, I have to go up. Okay? So if I'm lackadaisical, I've lost it. So we've already won. There, make that change. He's powerful, big in the shoulders. Again, outside, it would be wow. From here, it would be that. This dislocates everything here. This is dojo. So outside would be Ura. 4 points. Ura. Don't lead with the fingers. That. Not that. Because then it's very difficult to close this gap. So, it's very difficult to close this gap. This tension in my fingers, and I'm leading with the fingers. Make contact and close. That. There. And you should be able to draw a line from the tip of your little pinky, from the tip of your finger, to draw a line and have contact right the way through to the tip of your thumb. There to there. There. Right the way through. From here, take your pick. It can be there, 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 there. Okay. And the real nasty of them all, which I'm not going to do, but it can be one. Okay. There. So, other very important point, This, what anchors this here is that point there, not this, here. Loop. Oh, I got it again. Lift up my elbow, not put out, lift it up. Bill, because this is flapping in the wind, you can drop here, there, and I can't control it. So we want blue here, lifting here, you turning out here, lift, on. That's the key point. There. That anchors that there. This key point. From here. Yes. And simple. That's it. The outside in. Just nice and relaxed, be facing that way. When it gets naughty, you let me know with your foot, because you can't with your hands. Totally relax, sink through the mat. This is just to loosen up. And start more. So I know the point now of where you tap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's a nice little move. Have you been working on it? Yes.